970 WSTX.
All right, good morning, Virgin Islands. Welcome to another show of reflections on the great, fantastic, outstanding, just plain excellent Thursday. You know, Doc don't tell you it's Friday until it's Friday. That's the way it goes. But hey, always remember, it starts with Thursday. So, I want to wish everybody a great, fantastic, outstanding, just plain excellent day. Shout out going all the way down to down under, all the way up to Alaska, all the way around the globe, across Europe, Africa. The bottom line is WSTX AM 970 gone global. So, with no further ado, please go ahead and introduce yourself to my lovely audience out there.
Good morning, all. I am Savannah, and I'm sitting here with my business partner,
Sherraine.
And we are the owners of Revel Luxury Sports. We're a new water sports business located inside of Green Key Marina. For those of you who say it's, what is it, over God's face?
Behind
God's face.
Okay, all right, California, North Carolina, get it right.
We're near the Tamarind Reef or the Deep End, also very close to Christiansted if you're ever out there looking for us. We offer something very special and unique to the island. One of them is called the Flyboard. The other is the Jetpack.
Okay, but before we get into any details, I just want to prime the folks that, hey, there's some fun stuff that we can do in the water that we just didn't have here available to the public before. All right, and it's great because St. Croix, everything just getting ready to take off. We're talking about casino opening up. We're talking about ArcLight getting things moving over there, and looking forward to see when the cost of gasoline go down because the rack will be operating and providing fuel to the local gas stations. We got our Thursday, we've got the museum in Frederickstead. We got cruise ships coming. We got things going on left and right. We got Dub in the Rain Forest going on left and right till they're trying to take it St. Thomas these days. Hey, watch out, you know. Tippy, that man will try to keep you in St. Thomas. Watch out. Anyhow, moving right along. But we've got this great confluence. I want to call it that confluence of people and intersecting times and places. So let's go into the journey. How Island Revel became an entity. Where did it start? What stars aligned when and where and how?
I was born. St. Thomas. Grew up in St. Thomas all my life, pretty much. After graduating high school, I decided I needed to spread my wings, I guess is a good term for it. I traveled a lot before moving to California. California was one of those things that I thought I should save for when I was ready, because I knew I wasn't gonna come back, because it was a really big step. You know, everybody want to go California. Oh, California, you know. So I finally did it. I finally put a plan together that I could execute. I got to California and it was cool. I was happy just being there. Every day is something cool. Same weather like here, 70 degrees every day.
What part of California?
San Diego.
San Diego.
One of the best spots to be.
Okay.
Yeah, 70 degrees every day. Now the difference is the water is way too cold. That's the difference.
All right.
So that's how I get to California.
That's how you got to California. How did you get to California?
I was born in South Carolina and had been there for, the first 17 of my years of my life, just like her. Going through high school and saw that a lot of people after school weren't really leaving. So I made it a point my entire high school to leave afterwards to go to college. So I went off to San Diego for college, and we had a mutual friend we were friends for a few years, and finally one day we were just both in the same establishment and met, and our ideas started really just flowing from there about creativity, about creation, about physiology, about literally anything you can think of. And we realized that we not only had a good friendship that we were starting, we had something that could be fed off of each other.
Right.
We had a really positive energy that began flowing.
Okay, well, we have a business here in St. Croix thanks to your enterprise and efforts, and I have to commend you on your efforts to get
Thanks.
from California all the way to here. But We have it here in St. Croix, but we were talking the other day, and I want you to tell us about when a light bulb went off in your mind, and how did you try to execute, and how did it eventually come back to saying that you all would get together, do these things, and bring it here?
Right. So first thing that happened was I witnessed it. I went there. I saw them at the marina.
It meaning the Flyboard,
yeah, that
Jetpack,
we're gonna get to
that
soon
we're gonna
enough.
get to, right.
Yeah. So I saw it being used, and it was really cool. Of course, you're really excited when you first see it, but I couldn't help thinking that I wanted to do it so bad. But the preventative thing for me was the water. It's not gonna work. I from here, I know what the water's supposed to look like, feel like.
It's just too cold.
Too cold, too dark, too scary, way too many animals that I don't know the names of. And that was a deterrent for me.
Okay, all right.
You can take that.
No, I'm going to hold off
okay.
for a second here.
Okay, so I thought immediately I would do it if we went home. If I went home, if somehow it was home, I would do it. And then maybe a day passed, and then that's kind of how that thought process went.
Okay.
Brought it up to a couple of friends who seemed very interested. You know how people are. Yeah, let's do it, man. But no true drive, no true enthusiasm.
Okay.
Just kind of lackluster in that
I know
way.
about that one. That one there say, yeah, man, let me do it. But what they're really saying is, you go ahead and
you go do it. I can support you. Yeah, I get your back. I get your back.
We can split the price.
Just to prime everybody, when we're talking about this Flyboard thing, it's something you got to see, because it's like a surfboard, it's like a snowboard, but it's in the water, and it has a water jet on it, so you can surf like 10, 15, 20 feet high up in the air. When I say this is something that anybody in the public can go and sign up, pay the little cost to do it, and they show you how, and you have fun. All right. But so you put it out to some folks, say, hey, let's do this. Was it about coming to the Virgin Islands at that time when you would?
Yeah, absolutely, because that was a factor that I thought would enhance the experience for other people, is having the territory as the kind of the home of it, as opposed to rough, cold Pacific Ocean. I'm telling you, Doug, it's freezing.
Yeah, well, I could imagine. I could imagine in that sense. I've been there, kind of done that. I put my toe in, and that was it.
Just your toe. And that's the thing. It's so funny you say toe, because I was going to say, as soon as you put your toe, you don't want to go step forward.
Okay. Yeah. So now, so this was a move to St. Croix. What was the move you were trying to make?
The move was to St. Thomas, because honestly, I'm from St. Thomas. So I had a couple times I would come to St. Croix to play basketball, to visit my dad and that side of my family, but I'm from St. Thomas, so I immediately thought, comfort, home.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're lost.
They're lost. Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So how did? Okay. But I know you had an idea. The St. Thomas connection didn't work. So how come both of y'all here now on St. Croix?
What do you think, Sam?
Well, after a couple of strategies didn't work for Sherraine, the company that I was working with, I had been with for about 2.5 years at the time, and she brought up to the idea with me, well, why can you help? Why don't you help? Why don't we do this together? Why don't we make this kind of a team effort, since you're giving me so much good energy of the type of people I should be looking for to try this with? So we began to just throw little sparks in the fire and light a few things. And what we really came out with was, I realized we were way too comfortable with St. Thomas. We already knew where we were going to be. We knew how things were going to go. It was too simple. It was
automatic.
It was automatic.
Yeah.
And we were looking into it, and there was a couple companies over there already, and the Jetpack just wasn't here yet. And I felt like St. Croix needs cool things too. St. Thomas isn't the only place in the Caribbean. St. Croix is a really beautiful place. So then we started coming down, we started visiting, and then the sparks they flew.
I think that initial visit was the signing of the contract.
Right.
It was more like okay for sure, because
You
we
hear
got
that,
a lot
folks?
of energy.
All we gotta do is bring folks here and let them see the place. They fall in love, bring their business and their money, and we move in.
Yep.
Okay.
You're right.
So and as I say it like that, this I want to to talk a little bit about the logistics now. Once
Okay.
you made that decision, you're still out in California.
Yeah, we
Yes.
are.
Okay, so what hooks you here?
I mean, I can't say that there's some big leap that we took because there are very, 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 very small steps. The very first was visiting to make sure that it was even feasible for us to come here. The water conditions, or if they would even allow us to operate it, is really extreme in some ways, and it's brand new. So there's not a lot of governing of the equipment yet. So we just had to come and do the grunt work, kind of get in front of people's faces and say, hey, what do you think of this? And people are super excited. And that was motivating for us when we
Okay.
got back to California.
All right, but you got to get from California to here. I want to hear
How does
about
it
this
go, Savvy?
journey.
So I began to tell the owner of the company I was working with that I didn't want to manage it anymore. So that was a huge transition for me, going from working for someone to kind of redesigning everything to working for myself. And that probably took a couple months just to be able to teach him everything that I was doing in the office so he could take back over. Also, something that we had to worry about was getting a car here, or worrying about how to get a car on island, and a jet ski. I don't know if anyone knows this, but they don't sell jet skis on the island.
Can you believe it?
So that was our one really, really large hurdle. We started over in San Diego, and we made, I guess, what you would call a road trip or a tour, we started to call it.
Yeah, we call it the investment tour.
Yes, our main
Because that's what we needed, investors.
Yes, our main goal was to get the financing that we needed to come over to St. Croix.
Right.
So our main destination was Miami to fly over to St. Croix. We took about a week and a half to make the trip, and then we ended up in South Carolina, where I am born and raised. We stayed there for, I'd say, a couple weeks and pitched it out to everyone I had grown up with, all my mom's friends, family, things like that. Then we went down to Atlanta, where she lived, her parents, or where her mom is. And then we further ventured down to Miami, and we were ready. We got the jet ski. We put everything on the cargo container, which is a lot easier than it... which
in
is
the
not...
pouring rain,
Yeah, it's not
nobody
as-
couldn't help
yeah.
us because we would have to pay them
Easier said
Easier
than
said
done.
than done, yes.
That's right.
way worse than easier said than
Right.
done.
Well-
it was trouble.
The reason why I want you to recount that, and I think you kind of went easy on people in terms of telling
Yeah,
them some of the
tell me.
trials
Yeah, I
and
know.
tribulations
Yeah.
you have to go through.
Sure, because we're not that type,
But
to complain on
The
that. end.
reason why is that I want people to see your determination.
Right.
That's what it was. Seriously.
Your determination to come here and to put this business in place and offer something here in the Virgin Islands that on St. Croix in particular that wasn't here before like that, and why it is something that we need to look at closely and support.
Right.
Okay, so all right, so you got here, and officially, when did you officially get started here?
So you want another hurdle since you want
Talk
to
to me.
point out the
Talk,
hurdles?
I know about starting a business in the Virgin Islands.
Okay.
Okay.
So here's the thing. A lot of people gave us the talk of how anybody gonna give you the talk of how hard it's going to be, and I tell them it hard now. So I say if I'm gonna be all right, But here's the thing, Doug. People were more on the island being the hard part. Once we got here, this was the easiest part. Like, starting a business in the Virgin Islands, we hear this all the time, like, it's so hard. No. It's easy compared to what we had to deal with to come
Oh,
here.
yeah.
That was the easiest part. That was like the relaxation for us coming here, setting the business up, getting the license and all of that. Everybody was really excited to the point they were willing to help us, calling us back, But another big hurdle for us was the fact that the equipment has to come all the way from France. So we didn't bring it with us on the truck you saw and with the jet ski. It came separate. So the truck
Talking about the Flyboard.
all of that
and the
equipment.
Jetpack.
Yeah,
Okay.
it came from France, and it didn't come when it was supposed to come.
No, it kind of got lost.
Yeah.
For about a month, and it was a huge investment for us. So of course we had our freakouts and everything, and after we got a lot calmer, we were able to communicate with the people better and just find out it honestly wasn't in the right hands. Got it back in the right hands, and the equipment arrived about 2.5 months late. So our expected arrival date was definitely pushed back. We were aiming for around New Year's, but we opened officially, had our launch party, which some of you were probably there. It was a lot of fun.
Ariel was there.
Yes, on February 6th. So that was about a month and a couple weeks ago.
That's great. That's great. Well, I had the opportunity to see you in action on the equipment and everything.
Yeah.
Okay. And I just want to say that it's amazing to see what you guys do out there on you girls do out there in the water. The guys come in. Okay. Because first thing I want to do is show some of these young people what's available out here, and I know that they're gonna want to do it. So we're gonna have some fun with that for sure. Okay. So let's talk a little bit more in detail, starting with the jetpack. Okay. I know some people have seen on TV and science where they have these literal jetpacks where it's fuel and something is burning and it only lasts for like 30 or 60 seconds. And they used to use it with practicing for astronautics and all this other stuff. We're not talking about that, all that dangerous combustible stuff. Tell me what's the difference between this jetpack and that jetpack. I will start talking and I'll take over your show. It's your show.
So this jetpack is actually led by water force instead of air force or what you would call it.
Yeah.
Exactly. So what's happening is the force that normally comes out of the back of the jet ski is being redirected by piping and hose to the jetpack. You are about 80 feet, 70 feet away from the jet ski while you're in the water as a customer, client, flyer, whatever you'd like to call yourself. And what happens is once the instructor starts to place their hand heavier on the throttle, the more power you receive. You actually control the direction. From being the rider, you control where the whole operation goes. You control if we hit any rocks, you control if we're out in the deepest seas, you control if you want to kind of follow that sea turtle that you're seeing, if you want to go in dolphin movements, you control the direction, all of it. We control the power, so when we feel like you're too close to something, or we feel like you're going to fall really hard, or even maybe if you might fall into us, that can't happen. Because what we do is slowly release off the throttle, and it eases you back into the water. A lot of people are scared to come out because they think that they're going to get hurt falling into the water. They say, oh yeah, you put me up 15, 20 feet, how am I going to get down? It's really an ease transition. I can't just let go of your throttle because then you just fall right into the water.
Right.
Yeah.
You have that kind of pillow to brace you when you're falling back into the water, which makes it a lot more comfortable than people think it will be. It makes it a lot more exhilarating than, oh my gosh,
Scary.
I don't want to fall.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to take everybody back to the future, because in the future you're here watching all of what we're talking about on YouTube, because we record this show and we on video, that is, and you'll see the people who are in here, you'll see their names, so you'll know who they are, and you'll also see the video in the background of what we're talking about, so you'll get a very good idea of what we're talking about. And I was up there, Tamarind Reef area out there on the shore watching all this go on, and I gotta do it. I gotta get the kids out there and get them to do it. It's just that type of excitement that you see in looking at this. And so it's another form of entertainment here that we have. So anybody who just feel like, okay, I had enough art, I had enough food, I had enough walking, I had enough dancing, well, let's go down and get on the jetpack or the flyboard and have some different kind of fun. Okay?
I do have a warning, though. You do it the first time, you want to do it again.
Oh,
that's
my goodness.
Buyers beware. Buyers beware. I'm being serious, because what happens is, and I think it's a good thing for our humanity to have this instilled in us, where we try something the first time and the first thing we want to do the next time is perfect it. That's something in us. So this is no different from that. Like, you're going to want to do it again because you went home and had that thought for a little bit, like, wow, that was really cool.
Right.
And then your brain starts going, yeah, I need to perfect this.
Well, let's take a little segue here.
Okay.
If somebody is interested in trying out your flyboard and your jetpack, how do they get in touch with you?
So we have obviously a phone number. It is 340-201 8319. We also have a website, islandrevel.com. That's V as in Victor, so REVEL. We do all the social media, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, Facebook, so you can always catch up with us. We posted that we were going to be here, so we probably have some listeners.
All right.
And if all else fails, just come out to the marina.
Yeah.
Okay. Island Revel, R-E-V, Revel in the jetpack and the flyboard as you're there above the surface of the water, just having fun and acting the fool.
Yeah,
okay?
That's right.
Yeah, but that's what it's about. It's about having fun. You know, the only thing better for me might be karaoke, but you don't do that on the water. Last I checked. So
we can make it happen.
Chance to act the fool, right? Okay, but yeah, this is really, really great and interesting. And for all I know, the person I was trying to call might be one of the folks trying to call in to talk about it in that context. So I hope that they call back. All right, but folks, Island Revel, if you want to see a new and interesting form of entertainment and fun, they have a jetpack. And they have a flyboard, so you could get up in the air with this water jet and do interesting things. Okay, so now that you're here, you've had a chance to demonstrate the equipment to other folks.
Yes,
Okay,
we have.
Tell me about some of those situations. And I think what's happening. You're gonna be out there for the parade.
Yes, we
Yeah.
are going to be downtown for the parade. So if you're there, make sure that you look left into the water. We'll be there. We'll be set up taking pictures and stuff, handing out flyers. So stop by if you want to grab some information.
Oh yeah, so just know that they're going to be down there on the waterfront doing their thing right there in the wharf area. So you'll get a chance to see it firsthand, and that's this Saturday.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Right.
Okay, all right. In fact, I got to find out if those kids gonna be there at the parade and make sure that I just get them. That's the quickest way to get them to see it.
Yeah.
Once they see it, they're gonna want to do it. Okay?
Exactly.
You know, hopefully, maybe we could even get a thing where we have a class trip, get the whole class out there.
Field trip, yeah.
Field trip, yeah.
I wish I had this field trip when I went in school.
Hey, tell me about it. It makes all the difference in the world. Exposure is what it's all about.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay.
And in doing so, I mean, there's a study that literally proved that the more people that accept a thought is the more likely that more people will accept the
Right.
thought. And that's I mean, before you even told the thought, the more people that have already accepted it before you, the more likely you are to accept it.
Okay. Well, we're here and in the studio we're watching the flyboard in action. Tell me a little bit about what it's like being up on this flyboard. And like I said, folks, it's just like a little ski board or what's the other one? The surfboard. But it's right there under your feet, strapped onto your feet, and that water jet is going on. Tell me about it.
So we've always had to tell people that it's a very unique experience, but to try and put it into words, the direction is similar to a Segway. If you can imagine being on a Segway 20 feet in the air. Also over water. So it's a very unique perspective in itself to be able to look down and see the blue, crisp, clear water. Where we are actually, you can see the bottom. It's about 25 feet, but you can see the bottom of the water. You can see the sand on the bottom. And it makes for a really picturesque view. And it all kind of comes together. It's an aha feeling and an aha moment and an aha visual as well.
All right. So let's say someone goes on your website, islandrevel.com, and they see all about this business and all the fun involved in the process, and they want to do it. They call you, they come down to Tamarind Reef. Where do they go once they get there?
So we are situated a little before the deep end. We're more inside of the marina instead of being a part of the resort. There are signs inside of the marina that will lead you directly to our dock spot.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
We're
just
the only
come in.
jet ski there, so
Yeah, come in and come straight into the parking
Yeah,
because
as
the
far as you
parking
can
is
come
right
in.
next to
Yeah.
the dock.
Exactly.
Okay, and they're going to see you right there. Okay, so then from once they hook up with you and make that connection, then they go down to the beachfront. That's how it works.
Yes.
And you bring the equipment out and take them out?
Yes, and you go out there from the beachfront.
Right.
Okay, fantastic.
Go over, we help you get strapped into either the boots, which would be the Flyboard, or the Jetpack. Have you kind of lay in it and strap. It's a 5-point harness, so strap
Like a
those
race car.
onto you, exactly, and then we take you out from there.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. All right.
And then, you're out there as long as you want to be, which is something that we talked about before. And it's really based on how comfortable you are in the water initially, and then literally your preference. I want to be out there for this long, or like I remember we did some of the people from Denmark that visited us. Yeah, they
Whoa.
were super cool. They were the perfect thing for us. It was a dad, the mom, and a girl and a boy. It's
Right.
like the perfect thing.
Yeah.
And all of them did it?
Every single one.
Oh my
Of course.
goodness.
And okay, so the mom was really impressive because she's pretty tall, and she did it really well. But the kids, instantly.
Oh, yeah.
Instantly they were like Savannah in the video, and that's saying a lot, Doug. It's not instantly that you start doing turns and just becoming so comfortable with it. But you remember us as kids, we already got it. As soon as we start, we get it. It's our adult fears that kind of limit us. But yeah, they were awesome. So it kind of opened our eyes to the possibilities that it was really like a family thing.
Well, I'm really glad to hear about that experience because they come here all the way from Denmark. They see all of the sights. They go and they eat and so forth. But this is just icing on the cake for them to say we coming back to St. Croix.
For sure.
yes.
Yeah. They were really excited. And they, I found a lot of similarities between us. It's almost like we really have that as our initial upbringing.
Yeah, there's a lot of a connection with the cultural exchange over the years has left its imprint.
Yeah,
okay?
it seemed like it.
Definitely, but I know one thing for sure. They love the place, they love the food, they love the people, and now they love the Flyboard. All right, fantastic. And in terms of any other memorable experiences as far as folks checking it out, you get the governor out there yet?
He was there.
We demonstrated for him. It was
Oh,
awesome. He came in and he was expecting it and saw a little piece of it and he was like, nope, tell her to get back out there, and it was so much fun.
It was not that aggressive, but yes, he just insisted that we that he see it fully. So
Okay, Governor, you're not going to get off that easy.
Yeah, we're going to have to
Your
teach in the
classmates
water.
want to see you out there on the Flyboard, Governor, okay? and I'm saying that I had no idea. I just threw that out there to you to see because so now we need to get the Commissioner of Tourism on.
Of course.
Okay, now that would be
We've
it.
chatted.
We
got to get him.
Listen, I'm telling you, Doug, we are not afraid. We're not afraid. I talked to Prussia even. I said Prussia because he I grew up with Prussia. I grew up in St. Thomas with him, literally walking distance to his
tell
house.
him we're going to get a waterproof mic.
Yeah. We do.
We have it nice out there on the Flyboard.
We can.
That's big.
Yeah,
He said, I
exactly.
texted him. I
that.
said it. Look, I said, and next time you come for the rainforest, I'm taking you. And he says it looks fun. That's his 2 words. Looks fun. I don't know what that means, but
no, you see him out there, so nice.
Long natties. Swinging.
Yeah, folks. So yes, we're having fun talking about this, but it's even more fun to be able to get underwater and do this. And so when you go onto YouTube, and you'll be seeing the things, the antics that you can do, the fun that you can have in doing this, just know that it's just one more avenue of what St. Croix has to offer. And in that context, I know they're a business, and they're, part of business is making money, but the fact of the matter is this is fun.
Oh, yeah.
So
For
the
sure.
customer is getting every bang possible for every buck that they spend.
Yeah.
I say that to you, have fun, do something different. And there's so much on St. Croix that if you're not paying attention will slip by. I talk to people, for instance, about the bioluminescence that's out there at Salt River. And if you get the opportunity to go out there kayaking at night and witness it, it's something. But I live here all my life. And it just so happened that I went out kayaking and discovered that this is going on here on St. Croix, because if you don't have cause to be out there, like kayaking, you may not know. But now that we know, we have to share it and protect it. And in the same way, now that I know about this Flyboard, I want everybody to know, because it's fun, and it's a thriving business, and I really commend you all from initial game plan, persistence, planning, and everything. I'm so happy to see you being successful. All right.
Thanks, Doug.
You know,
Thanks. It's great to hear.
anything to promote young people in business, not just dancing and cooking and sports. It's like, hey, the bottom line is the business future is in our young people getting involved in business also. All right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, and I'm watching this Flyboard in action. Okay. And folks, when you see it, you're going to be intrigued. You're going to be intrigued. I'm talking. Be down there Saturday on the waterfront and see it for yourself.
Right.
Go and be there, see it, okay? Don't drink too much beer or otherwise get too hot and tired that you got to sit down on the side of the road and can't get down to the waterfront. Make sure you get down there and see it.
So funny.
Seeing is understanding. Seeing is believing. And while I was out there by Green Key, of course, we had folks passing by in boats, and you could see the curiosity.
Right.
Okay, they're supposed to be going in to back up, but they're stopping to look. Okay, it was that intriguing. So definitely. Ladies, I really want to commend you again. It might seem redundant, I keep saying the same thing over and over, but to come all the way from California, just the mere fact that everything just fell in place, that you two met each other, could hatch this business idea, move it all the way from California via South Carolina, Atlanta, Miami, to get here, to bring equipment all the way from France. Okay? All right, ain't even been on a plane with you to say your baggage get lost and get lost coming from France.
I wish it was on. I wish we could have bring it. It's heavy stuff.
All right.
They'd charge us a ton for weight.
Okay. Well, I want you to tell the public again about your contact information, phone and website.
Okay, perfect. So we are Island Revel Luxury Sports. That's Revel as in Revel. The phone number is going to be 340-201-8319. You can feel free to stop by our website at islandrevel.com. We have the social media sites: Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter. And if you have any new social media sites you feel like we should get on, definitely let us know, because we love being connected with you all and being able to reciprocate information very quickly.
Yes. Correct.
Okay. Well, we here we got the hour is like 15 minutes, so we got some time. So I want to give you a little bit more opportunity to talk about things you want to talk about in the context of your business.
Right.
Okay. So if you see me running my mouth too much, just put up the hand like a stop sign in the context. But now, in watching your operations at the dock, folks, when you go there, you see the jet ski parked up at the float. Do you rent that float? How you got that float?
Well, the float actually came from Miami too. They don't sell them on island either. And it's a 12-foot by 6-foot float that's meant for PWCs or jet skis. We had to pretty much go to the warehouse one day of the float company and pick it up. They had to use a crane to put it on the back of the truck, and we laid it flat. You guys will probably see that photo when we post the YouTube video. It's a pretty cool setup that we have with the truck, the trailer, and the jet ski dock. And from then, we loaded it onto the shipping container. So it stayed like that until it got all the way over to St. Croix, unloaded it, and kind of plopped it right in the water. And
we slid it. We slid it down.
Yeah.
Slid it down into the water there. We went literally from the truck to the water.
Right.
Because it's heavy. It's very heavy. So one day, forklifted it onto the truck. It never came off until it came to St. Croix.
Right.
Okay.
So it was the perfect, like we remember we talked about how we first had a Mazda. We had a Mazda CX-7, which is a really cool crossover Jeep. But, for whatever reason, it didn't make it here. We ended up getting a pickup truck, which was the perfect width and length to hold that dock. It was almost too small, but it was perfect for it, and we would not have been able to do this without that truck.
Right.
Okay.
1988 truck to boot.
All right. Well, it hauling reliable. That's the important thing, that it hauling reliable. Okay. Well, we're here looking at your website, and I want to say that it looks nice.
Oh, thank you.
You folks, you'll be able to see the folks having fun. You'll see the Flyboard boots. You'll see all kinds of interesting stuff. But the bottom line is that, hey, it's right here on St. Croix. We don't have to go to Miami or to California. It's here for us to have fun with. So we got the best water in the world. The other day I was up there at the bypass just looking down with someone visiting here from New York, and they looked out and they said, oh, and there's the pretty green and this, oh wow. I said, yeah.
That's my favorite part of driving by there. I look there every day to my left, every day.
The different colors of the water. And you know, I have a family member who was taking some classes in the States, art classes, and the instructor told her that those colors aren't real, that's Photoshop. Okay? And I told her, I said, you tell that instructor come down here, okay?
From the plane alone, she can see.
And if it isn't real, I'll reimburse him his plane ticket.
Yeah.
I know I can't lose.
I'll buy him a drink.
I can't lose.
Of course not.
Okay? We got beautiful water here.
Oh, yes.
And beautiful people and beautiful things to do. All right? So, folks, Island Revel, that's REVEL, all right, .com. And you'll see all the information there that you can do. You got contact information about them, what their rates and reservations are, and how you go about setting that all up. But the bottom line is it's here on St. Croix for us to do. All right? So, what part of St. Thomas you from?
I was born in
St. Thomas.
Schneider Hospital.
Where you growing up?
Well, I mean, I grew up in PMP. You know, PMP Gardens, across the street from Yatavian. I grew up there, bonded all my life, play basketball in the court against the Rastaman them. I crushed them, don't worry. No, for real, that was my thing. We used to live Skyline, like right by the mansion, the Arab mansion. We lived Bodo. Bodo was like most of my older years. And that's pretty much it. PMP, Bodo, and Skyline.
Okay. So, how you like St. Croix?
Like I say, it was different when I first come because I was small. I viewed it as going to some place as opposed to thinking that it was like a sister island. Like I saw it like I go in Tatola. I think it's someplace different. But like now that I big, I realize why we don't act like we so different. We so funny. Like we're a territory. This is like a state. It's like South Carolina or California. Right. They don't think that San Diego and San Francisco aren't California. They're still California, you know? But it's kind of eye-opener when you grow up to see it from that new perspective because I just saw it as, you know, I go and play basketball or I go into the Ag Fair. That was one of the big things to come here for. Or see my grandfather, my dad, and those people that I know here. But now it's like I kind of vex. I didn't used to come here more often because this is a perfect place to get away from St. Thomas. Not in the sense that I want to like get away from it.
It's
like
different.
that. Yeah,
it's different.
It's perfectly different.
In a very
it's like the same.
way.
It's
very,
like the
very
same
positive
island,
way.
but
All
it's
right.
just different, you know, in its own way. It's different in a very, very good way,
All
for
right.
sure.
Well, you know, it's great that you have started out with a business plan, worked out all the details, gotten your investors in line, had the patience and determination and persistence to get to this point. Right? And I'm driving that home because, folks, these two young ladies are children you have in your house now. The next generation of business people who are going to do great things in these Virgin Islands. And I want to say that and repeat it because don't look for it from someplace else. It's here.
Correct.
It's within our young people. Just give them the resources, give them the sense of direction, and it'll happen. Okay.
And I have to add one thing to that. Let them ask questions. I was always told when I was younger, oh, stop asking so many things, stop talking, stop doing this, because I wanted to know everything. But now I'm able to kind of pick out more things than my peers. I skipped the 2nd grade because my parents were so willing to continuously teach me how to lead and how to grow and just let them blossom. I
hear you. I hear you. And it's almost like a waste of time to try and stop them from asking questions from all the children.
Using energy.
They have these
you learn more answering them.
Let me tell you something, all right? I love that inquisitiveness, but sometimes, you know, when you're a child and you're inquisitive and you think that the world is just yours to get all the knowledge, but when you become the parent and it says, Daddy, Mommy, what's the birds and the bees? And okay, so anyhow, I'll put a caveat in there.
All I do is I tell them they both have wings.
All right, well, we're going to stick to the wings of the flyboard here today.
Exactly,
get
flying.
people out on there on the water, flying on the water. It's almost like flying. Watching these folks.
Okay, you wanna know what it is, Doug? I was thinking here for the longest while, what is the one thing that I can say that led to our success and our daily successes? It's that we do not accept the word can't. We do not accept this. Whenever either one of us says can't, we go, wait a minute, what did I just say? What did I just put into my mind that something isn't possible because it hasn't happened yet? Before this existed, before this was invented by that guy you see there in the yellow life jacket, his name is Frankie Zapata. Before he invented the flyboard, nobody didn't know what a flyboard was, much less thought that we could fly. You know how they say, I believe I could fly? Well, no, you can't fly. You can't fly. No, that's not true. I just haven't figured out how to fly yet. Exactly. So that's a big thing for our successes. If you want us to say, like, what's the one thing that you can attribute to your success? We do not accept can't. We say how.
Exactly.
Not I don't know what to do. I just say, how can I do it? Like that.
Okay, well, you almost have been in my class because I'm teaching that class all the time.
It's important.
And I say that because having a little boy, and even like when he was coming to riding the bike and you take off the training wheels, I want it off, and no, I can't. But you tell me you want to do it, but I can't. I said, don't say can't. Don't even use it. In fact, I tell him that's a bad word.
That's interesting.
Exactly,
it's
because
true.
I want him to think of it that way.
Too.
Yeah, don't limit yourself. You've got to keep your mind open that you might not make it this time, but if you try and perfect as you go and learn as you go, you're going to do it.
Exactly.
That's exactly. All right. Well, it's been a very interesting hour here with you folks, and I really, really enjoy the fact that you were able to come here and we can put this together ultimately in a way that we can share it with the public, because that's really what it comes down to, getting the word out there. And we have a date with some young people starting this Saturday, as well as the rest of the crowd that's going to be out there. Folks, Island Revel, that's REVEL. And if you want to check them out, just add a .com to that on the internet, and you can go to the website and see more about it. They got some videos there, but I'm going to tell you, our videos are the baddest because we know where those are. Those are right here on St. Croix, and everybody can see it in our water. You ain't got to go any place else. Have fun, fun. This makes a great birthday gift.
Oh, yes. And we do gift certificates.
Yeah, okay, fantastic. Great birthday gift. And that way we can get folks out there to just give them the ticket and they go on out there on their own adventure. All right, we got somebody calling in here. Good morning, caller.
Yes, sir. Good morning. How are you doing?
Great, fantastic, outstanding, just plain excellent when I hear your voice. All right.
I just wanted to call to congratulate them and support them and let them know that we're very proud of them, and that they need to talk about the versatility of that machine. That thing, you could do it underwater, over water, any place. And so a lot of us just need to get more educated about the potential of that. But again, congratulations, job well done, and God bless. And thanks for choosing St. Croix.
Thank you so much, and thanks for calling to express that. It means a lot.
Yeah, it definitely means a lot.
All right, okay, thanks much. All right.
Awesome.
You know who that was, right?
No, who is it?
I think, if you tell me, I think I know.
That's my good friend, Dr. Olaf Bronco Hendricks. Okay, and I'm gonna say that because we're not on a couch.
Right.
Okay, we're not getting his professional services. So we know we're good. Yeah. No, I want to thank you for calling in, and especially for the specific words. Thanks for choosing St. Croix. Folks, every business that comes to these Virgin Islands has to make a calculated choice.
True.
And we have to welcome them. I mean, if they're coming here as partners truly to benefit the people and the islands, we have to welcome them, embrace them, encourage them, and most important, patronize them so that they will survive and move on to thriving.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're here at the mid hour, and we have the entrepreneurs from Island Revel here talking to us about how we can be adventurous and fun-loving, up in the air, above the waters, dancing all around and doing all kinds of interesting things. And I'm going to tell you what, parents, okay, start putting away that pocket change, because when your children see this, they come in.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? They come in. Or you could use it as an incentive for them to do some chores or whatever, you know? If you do some chores, I'll let you put the money toward. I tell you what, when it's what they want to do, they come in. But then I also flip over to what you were talking about when the Danes were here and they came and whole family. I mean, I kind of wish I was there to see that a whole family.
It was awesome.
All right?
It was awesome.
Family fun. Okay, great, fantastic. Okay. Any closing words you want to share with us in terms of to the public?
No,
Thank you, St.
Yeah,
Croix,
thank you.
for existing.
Exactly.
No, seriously, it's awesome here. We've only had positive feedback from everybody. We've had so much energy and excitement from everyone. Like, I haven't met anyone that went, nah, I don't think I should do that, you know? Or like, nah, me ain't doing nutty. No, they'll say, oh, I might try it, you know?
Yeah,
or
exactly.
I'll have to come see it. So it's really cool that everybody's being open-minded to us, and it shows that, you know, you work hard, people will come around eventually, you know? You just stick to your guns.
Okay, we got one more call before we fly out of here. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How you doing, Crimmy?
Holding on, man. I afraid to lose.
All right. And
The lady from Well, first, let me say, it was nice that Dr. Hendricks called in, because you're getting it from the president. Anyhow, the lady from St. Thomas, she has been talking very nicely about St. Croix.
Is that surprising?
Now, let me tell you that at one time when I was about 10 years or something like that, we lived at Brookman. And I'm going to tell you, up to now, that area has been in my mind like a little paradise. At that time, it was so beautiful there at Brookman. A lot of the guava berry trees, all kind of fruit. And there was a gut that was running all year round just across from us. And you could see the mudfish and those crayfish and the eel and Mr. The man with his race horses, he was just back of us there. But down the road was the Vessel shop. But that experience of living there maybe a year and a half, and then we went to Brookman School, that was beautiful, beautiful. So I have to say something nice about St. Thomas. If you're going to say something nice about St. Croix,
And we'll go back and forth. We'll go back and forth.
all we are one.
I think
all
so
right.
too.
Good cigar.
Good cigar, but I owe you a visit. Family in tongue have been running left and right, and including the video so you could see what this is about that we're talking about too. Okay?
Okay, man, take your time. Don't run too hard.
I hear you.
Don't wear out the shoes here.
Okay.
But I ain't going any place.
All right. Good.
All right.
Okay then, take care. All right. Well, I want to thank you again for coming in here. My engineer is going to be here running me down in a minute to take that mid show break. But it's really been fantastic, okay? And I welcome you back here. You know, give it a couple of months or so and get your videos and pictures of the various folks. Hopefully, I'll be one of those showing off my skills in the process. I really look forward to trying this, okay? So me here, while I'm in my younger years, I got to do all the things I try to do and have some fun. But I'm definitely going to be bringing the kids out there and giving them an opportunity to see and do. All right?
Awesome.
Excellent.
Thank you for the
Okay.
opportunity, Dad.
Thank you,
You're done now.
and congratulations.
Thank you.
Godspeed. We're behind you 1,000%.
Thanks,
Thanks.
brother. See you next time.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Okay, folks, you heard it here on WSTX, the community-minded station, talking about the Flyboard and the Jetpack over our blue-green waters, having fun. The big FUN. Oh, yeah.